I talk now, nobody here. You suppose know him. There is
I have to leave and come in again. I know they hear them.
your video.
I think it's from them. It's from them.
Mm-hmm. The way
Now what?
your sound and everything.
No, here's sounding. There's no problem with the
You have
sound.
unplugged it.
It's not, otherwise we'll be hearing. It's not a problem with
I don't believe that we will be that, like say, you know, fashion. Also, the same goes for the Public Affairs Commission and the National Executive. We also have
That clause 6 of the company's memorandum of association be and is hereby amended to reflect the new share capital of 600 million naira by the creation of the addition of up to 100 million ordinary shares of 1 naira each, ranking pari passu with the ordinary shares of the company, bringing the total issued shares of the company to 600 million ordinary shares of 1 naira each. That the directors be and are hereby authorized to perform all such acts and do all such things as may be necessary to give effect to the above resolutions, including without limitation, complying with the directives of SEC, the Corporate Affairs Commission, and any relevant regulatory authority. Proxy. A member entitled to attend and vote at the annual general meeting is entitled to appoint a proxy to attend and vote in his, her, its stead. For the appointment to be valid, a completed and duly stamped proxy form must be deposited at the office of the company's registrars, Coronation Registrars Limited, 9 Amodu Ojikutu Street, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria, or sent via email to eforms@coronationregistrars.com, not less than 44 hours before the time fixed for the meeting. A blank proxy form is attached to the annual report and may also be downloaded from the registrar's website at https://www.coronation.ng institutional about us registrars. And here are the notes. Audit Committee. In accordance with section.
Thank you very much, shareholder.
So let me just go to the shareholders' right to ask questions. The right of shareholders and other holders of the company's securities to ask questions not only at the meeting, but also in writing prior to the meeting on any item contained in the annual report and accounts is recognized. Please send questions, comments, observations to the company, 9th floor, UBA building, 57 Marina, Lagos, or the email of the company, Likwagu, of the company secretary, likwagu@ikoliokagwe.com, or office of the company secretary, GIO Nominees Limited, 864B, Bishop Aboyade Cole Street, Victoria Island, Lagos, not later than August 22, 2025. Questions will be presented at the annual general meeting and answered thereat. Dated this 22nd day of July, 2005, by order of the board, and signed by me, Mrs. L. Omolola Ikwagu, GIO Nominees Limited, Company Secretary. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ikwagu of GIO Nominees Limited. Having had the notice of the meeting, shareholders, I believe we can now proceed with the meeting, starting with the chairman's statement. The chairman, thank you very much, distinguished shareholders. Since we have now decided to take the statement on pages 14 to 16 as read, we can now move on to item 1 on the agenda. As I am sure you agree, each member will have received a copy of the annual report and accounts of the directors for the period ended 31st December 2024. This is the statement that I'm displaying before you. I believe those who didn't get it early enough might have also received some of this through their emails. Can we confirm that all shareholders have the report? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I would now like to formally lay before the meeting the audited financial statements of the company for the year ended 31st December 2024, together with the reports of the directors, auditors, and audit committee thereon. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now call upon the representatives of our external auditors, Messrs. KPMG, to read their report in respect of the company's financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2024. KPMG, if you're ready, we are ready for you. Thank you.
So, my name is Elijah to represent the auditor's report. Before I continue, sir, I want to and that of the shareholders to note the photo of the act and the last time.
Shareholders, is that okay with you? Thank you very much, distinguished shareholders. Please go ahead.
Shareholders of Nasd Plc, financial statements. Third, the financial statements of Nasd Plc. Explanatory information. Just tell us, if you are in the financial stream of the company at the first time that personalities. So that's the most requirements that is backward. And the audit evidence is sufficient to services.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oladumoye, partner KPMG. Having had the auditor's report, I propose that we take the audit committee's report of our company. Mr. Naao, chairman of the audit committee, is present here. I would like to kindly invite him to please present the report of the audit committee.
The chairman, distinguished fellow shareholders, other directors and regulators here present. I will be asking for your permission to allow another member of the committee read the report because for persons who have observed, I'm not sure what is happening in my nose is not water corporation. And I don't want to have a situation where I'm giving a disjointed report. So on that note, with your permission, I'll ask Abayomi to take the report on behalf of the audit committee.
Thank you very much. I am sure the distinguished shareholders will not mind. Thank you. We don't mind at all. We know that you would have loved to do that. Please go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Chairman. Good morning, members of the board. And good morning, fellow shareholders. My name once again is Abayomi Adebayo. I'm reading the report of the statutory committee. 50 in the annual your possession. Report of the statutory committee for the year ended December 31st, 2024, to the members of Nasd Plc, the company, in accordance with the provisions of Section 404 Cap 7 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, we, the members of the Statutory Audit Committee of NASD PLC, report as follows. 1. We have exercised our statutory function under Section 404 Cap 7 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 and acknowledge the cooperation of management in conducting these functions. 2. We are of the opinion that the accounting and reporting policies of the company are in accordance with legal requirements and agreed ethical practices. 3. The scope and planning of the external and internal audit program for the year ended 31st December 2024 were satisfactory and reinforce the company's internal control system. And 4, having reviewed the external auditor's findings and recommendations on management matters and deliberated with the external auditors, who confirmed that they received management cooperation in the course of their audit. We are satisfied with management's response to the management letter. The audit of the financial statement of the company. This report was signed by the chairman of the audit committee, the statutory audit committee, Mr. Nona Awo, on March 20, 2025. And the members, the statutory committee that served in the year under review are as follows. And as I announce their name, they should please stand up and take a bow to appreciate shareholders. 1, Mr. Awo, Chairman. 2, Mrs. Juliet Ebele-Chukwubaka, shareholders representative. 3, Mr. shareholder representative, my humble self. And 4, Mr. Abubakar, non-executive director. And 5, last but not the least, Mrs. executive director.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abayomi. You have very ably represented the chairman of the Statutory Audit Committee. I want to again specially appreciate Mr. Awo for making this meeting. Obviously, your health is challenged, but in your usual character of dedication to the capital market, you still managed to make it. May God grant you speedy recovery. Amen. Thank you very much. Now, in accordance with the Corporate Affairs Commission's guidelines, shareholders were requested to send their questions 5 days before this meeting. I have been informed by the company secretary and the management, led by the managing director, that we have not really received any questions as at date. Notwithstanding, we would like to give shareholders who are physically present the opportunity to ask any questions they may have so that all may be addressed together. As I mentioned earlier, it will be good to mention our names. And if we represent a company, the name of the company. If we represent an association, the name of the association. As you can see, many hands are up. So I will appreciate it very much if we limit our comments to a few so that others can have their say. Right opposite me. Thank you. But please, where are the mics? The mics? Thank you very much. Morning.
The shareholders are happy today. We are happy. Because that becomes so happy that we have bonuses to sell and buy other lucrative stock. Mr. Chairman, once again, the name is Williams Adibayo. If you look at the annual budget, unlocking opportunities, but personally, as an investor, I will call it salute to excellence. Please give them a round of applause. This report, like I said, is salute to excellence. Mr. Chairman, today, all of us are happy to be here. We are celebrating 20 COP. We are celebrating bonus. A great departure from 4 or 5 years ago that will come here and go back empty-handed. We are happy that we'll be smiling to the banks today. Shareholder, give them a round of applause. We will be smiling to the banks. Above it all, the report shows excellence. Mr. Chairman, let me quickly go into some of these indices. Some of the things that shareholders like to see in annual report are shown here. Page 61 to 60. Page 61 to 60. We have seen what you have done. You have been able to eke out, retain a good sum of money to serve for future purposes. On page 62, I have seen what you have been able to achieve as interest income. Over 61 million from 42 million. On page 89, and page 86, I have seen operating expenses. Though it went up, but I am from this school of thought that says if your performance continue to grow up, expenses must also grow up. The expenses rose to over 250 million from 199. It is human beings that you will use to achieve results. They won't be robots. So fortunately, it must go up. Interestingly, I have also seen on page 89, advert and publicity. 89, if you look at it. Advert and publicity. It went up, but because we want to be smiling every year when we come to your AGM, I will, on this note, beg this board to empower the MD and his to with greater sum of money for business development. Business development. Honestly, today, management and entrepreneurship. The chairman, we should endeavor to give the MD and his team for business development. Mr. Chairman, today, like the glorious scripture says, success as its fathers. Some of us were annoyed with this company last year, but they shouldn't become your friends because of success. So the future pride, success has those fathers. I'm happy with you. And as we savor this success, we'll continue to make this board, we'll continue to work harder. Because every living soul on this board, as director, have contributed extremely well. Absented that meetings. Fantastic. Give them a round of applause for them. From page 31 to 35, every living soul on this board performed creditably well. So also, it is also important that the staff of NESD should also get up and we give them a round of applause. Staff of NESD, get up. Let us appreciate them. May God bless you. May God bless you. Because you are the one that has done this work, and we are happy about it. Chairman, once again, we are happy with you. We are happy with what you are doing with, and we want to wish you more success in years to come. So allow other speakers to speak. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. I think we can go to the far left. We'll come back to everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our great chairman, our able chairman, and the boards. I also say good morning to my fellow shareholders. Ibekwe Roberts Adenoba is my name. I represent Independent Shareholders Association, and I want to send greetings from our emeritus, His Royal Majesty, Sir Sonny Nwosu.
May the king.
Thank you, sir. Like the former speaker said, we are celebrating excellence. I, as an individual, and I believe my fellow shareholders are happy with the report. Having said that, I also want to pick out some points. Like I was speaking with one of the directors, I don't want to mention name. He said, everything in life is work in progress. Even if you have attained success, there is one thing to work hard to attain success. Then there is another thing to work harder to maintain, retain, and sustain success. So we're going to bring out some points that possibly you also need to work on so that progress will be a continuum. If you take a look at our annual reports, especially from the notice of meeting, very, very interesting. We have a lot of items on the agenda. So I appeal to my fellow shareholders that we make this meeting as fast, as snappy as we can. But I want to refer to what one of our erudite speakers used to say, that our annual reports carry a lot of information. And you'll agree with me that this business is driven by information. You should bring out the best information. It goes far and wide. You don't know who will read this report. So I want to ask, NSD is doing wonderfully well, a platform that all of us look forward to. But the question is, why is it that it's a bit hard to get unquoted stock, to get stocks from NSD? As I'm sitting here, if I should call my stockbroker to get some companies for me, it is a bit difficult. But if it is from the other platform, I say before the day runs out, I will get my S alerts. So what are you doing to get, I don't know whether to call it free float from the companies listed on our platform, so that it will be easy for us to ask. As I'm sitting down here now,
possibly with the report you are giving to us, if I should call my stockbroker to get NSD for me, I don't know how fast it will be for him to get NSD in particular, not to talk of other companies. So what are we doing to encourage other companies to release more? In fact, I don't want to, like I always said, I don't want to mention them. There are companies that I've paid over and again for them to get for me, but it is always very difficult. And if you ask them why, it's say it's because it's on NSD. But if it is NGS, believe you me, they will get for me. So what are we doing? It's a question I want to find out. Having said that too, like I said, this business is driven by information. And sorry, sir, if I may say this, I'm saying it because of this company. I have interest in this company. I want our information to be well arranged. You know, when information is modeled up, it's like it becomes either misinformation or disinformation. So if you go to pages starting from 22, where some of the companies listed on our platform are, you see that there are some companies that possibly, if you go to page 22, you see Campina Wamco Nigeria PLC with Arade attached to it. If you go to page 22, I want to ask, Econ Petroleum PLC is regarded as a blue chip company, but that company has been moribund for some years. So information we are passing here should be very authentic, so that if anybody is looking for Econ Petroleum, he will know where he's investing his money in. Also, I want to refer to page 23, number. Which number is that now? If you go to Friesland, I mentioned earlier, Friesland Nigerian PLC, NSD is attached to it. If you look, many of them, the information is modeled up. So I want us to work on it so that anybody that is picking our annual report and reading it will be able to understand that truly the information is well articulated. Then I want to refer also to, as mentioned earlier, the dividend is fantastic. I'm so happy about the dividends. And like the former speaker said, we are going to match bank today. But there is something I want to refer to. And I'm saying it with all honesty, all sincerity, that I'm happy with the dividends. But if you take a look at our EPS on page 60, our EPS earnings per share is 81.76. I want to say a special thank you. I'm not faulting it. The 20 kobo should have been faulted if not for the bonus. So the bonus is a wonderful thing that as if it even covers the EPS. So I say thank you, especially for that, the dividend and the bonus. I highly appreciate it. I say thank you. On a very final note, sir.
Okay.
I want to call our erudite members on the audit committee. There is data in here that I'm not very comfortable with. I'm saying that you should go to page 50, where the audit committee report is. Page 4 there says, number 4, item 4, they say, having reviewed the external auditor's findings and recommendation on management matters. I want to know who is reviewing who. Is it the external auditor reviewing the audit committee, or the audit committee reviewing what the external auditors did? I ask this question because the external auditors signed off on the 10th of April. Am I saying right? Yes, on the 1st. Let me look at it again. I think that should be either on the 1st or 10th of April, whereas the audit committee signed their own March 20th. That is to say, they have already audited what, or maybe looked at the reports that has not been looked into. Please, I'm calling for a correction. I don't want to say a correction on the work, but a correction on the dating. Let's look at that, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for allowing me to speak.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can we go to, I think we'll come back here. Yes. Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir, Mr. Chairman. Observed.
Yes.
My name is Okunla Emmanuel Aruaju. I represent Nowhere Share Association from Akure, registered. I welcome you to the 12th annual general meeting of today, and I congratulate you for being able to stand as a company despite all market forces. The shareholder fund increased from 508 million to 917 million, showing increased shareholders' apathy on the company. I want to congratulate you also for making it to profitability from a total sum of loss of 67 million last year to a profitability value this year to 518 million naira. I want to thank you for good management. Dividend of 20 kobo is small in relation to your share price because you can do better of our earnings per share, because our earnings per share is 81 naira 76 kobo. However, I give you credit for bonus shares of 145, which unfortunately, but truth, has formed your bonus history. I also want to thank you for your corporate social responsibility for making the meeting live to enable other shareholders participate that are not able to attend physically. Attendance of corporate, seventh one, attendance of corporate meeting, approximately 100%. That is very good. You need to keep it up. High level of professional conduct noted. However, fines of 2,160,000 in your books of account. You want to guide against it in the future. Other expenses also in the book of account should be written as appropriate. Finally, I congratulate you for well-organized AGM right from the beginning. And I also want to tell you and advise you and say it to you that I know as a company that you are the lights for this nation, and your lights will not go down.
Amen.
Keep shining. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think we'll take a lady now. Madam. Please. Yes, just right there. Let's take a lady.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman,
Morning, ma'am.
members of the board, and the regulatory authority present. Good morning, shareholder. Good morning to those people that are watching us virtually. Mr. Chairman, I really appreciate we are present at this AGM. We are not doing virtual. Some people are denying us from our rights. You are our regulator. We are seeing you. We are doing virtual. We can exchange words. We can advise you. We can do anything. We thank you for that. Let's thank them for making it possible. Sir, Mr. Chairman, our staff are very important. They bake the cake that we are eating today. What is the plan and the training we have for them for future? What is the benefit? Do we have anything for them? It is very important. To work, labor, it's not easy in Nigeria. So do we have any training? Can I continue? Do we have any training for them? Do we have any plan for them so that our competitor will not snatch them from us? It is not easy to get a better staff and people after so many suffering, they snatch them because of the package other people have for them. That's one. Sir, our audit matters, our audit key. Please, let's follow the auditors, the advice and what they gave us. In your page 111 and 12, we saw the corporate social responsibility. You visit, it's very, very important. Old people's home, very important. Thank you for that. And you show the picture of everything from page 1, 1, and 1, 2. But you did not show the picture of shareholder at the AGM that we are present with you to take pictures of director and shareholder. That is an advice, maybe to your drawing board. You can look into that. Page, your attendance, sir. It shows whenever we get dividend, that means those boards are working very, very hard. Page 31 to 34. Everybody was present, always present. You show us that you're a leader and you are leading well. That song say, lead us well, govern us well, and you are leading well. To other company, they will know that you have done your arithmetic very well. So at the AGM, when we're complaining of director, the president, we will take this as an example that NSD, they've tried and they attend all their meeting. Page, I'm coming, sir. There is, I'm coming. Sorry for
It's okay.
my not standing up.
Yes.
Page 86.
Oh, thank you.
The other expensive from last year to this year is very, very, it's gone higher. Is there anything you can do for the other expensive to be reduced so that we can get more dividend? Thank you for the dividend you gave us, but there's no kobo in Nigeria today. Even a newborn baby, if you give him 1,000, if you give children 1,000, 20 naira, and you wouldn't believe that they will take 1,000 before they take any other denomination. Please, let's work harder. I know all the people I'm seeing in this book, most especially in female. You won't have problem because you have many female. You will not have your great care on time because they will advise you. They are there. Any company that is doing good, check the board. The female there are there to advise the male. I'm not saying the men are not working, but wherever female and male are together, you will see that that company will prosper and will prosper in Jesus' name. My name is Mrs. CEO Obide, the National Coordinator of Ark of God Shareholder Association Incorporated. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam, they said they didn't hear the full details of your association and particulars because they need to note them for the records.
Mrs. Obide Efuyemi Olatunde, National Coordinator of Ark of God Shareholder Association Incorporated.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Obide. Now, we have taken 4 comments. How many more do you want us to take? We have a long list of resolutions. Okay. Okay, so can we go to this one more from this side? Yes. Okay. Can you make it brief?
Yes.
You can also take a brief one and then we'll come here. Please, if you don't mind.
Chairman, thank you for this judgment.
No, we are not judging. We take your time. Those.
Okay. The board members, regulatory authorities here present, ever patient shareholders. Good morning. My name is A.K. Chibuzo Emmanuel. I am the General Secretary, Independent Shareholders Association of Nigeria. Thank you, Chairman. You know where I'm coming from now. Yes, Mr. Chairman, I want to sincerely appreciate you because you associate yourself with good companies, which NASD has been transformed also to join those companies that you associate yourself with. I want to say thank you for transforming this company from a negative position to now a positive position where we can now talk about dividend, where we can now talk about positive return earnings, where we can now talk about the progress in the company. I want to also thank the board and management and staff of this company for putting their effort together, which we are celebrating today. Yes, my colleagues have talked about the dividend and the bonus, but what interests me on the dividend is that we are receiving it today. Can we give them a round of applause? Having looked at this progress, Mr. Chairman, my question will now be, how do we sustain this progress? What are the companies that we are marketing or that we are admitting to help us increase the fees and the commissions that we are getting? That is one, Mr. Chairman. Secondly, on page 46, you talked about NASD cybersecurity readiness. Mr. Chairman, I want to suggest it should be robust enough to be able to face the challenges in cyber crime. I want to suggest that our board and management should conduct a training for our staff so that we will not fall a victim of hosting our platform to rescue it. Very consistent to that, Mr. Chairman. I want to go to page 23, where my colleague mentioned, but the item 9 there is just PLC. That information I don't think is complete. Maybe it's a typo error.
Page 23.
Page 23, Mr. Chairman. Yes, Mr. Chairman. On page 86, I want to look at the expenses now. We paid fine of 2.2. I am asking what made us to pay this fine. Secondly, on the same page, we had a write-off. What did we accumulate before getting to that write-off? Because if you look at that figure, 895,000 can also give us some money on the bottom line. Fee, Mr. Chairman, that figure rose. From 15 million
For hosting fees.
I don't think this is what it is. If you check out each of these,
Please, can we provide a good microphone for Mr. Chibuzo Emmanuel?
yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for coming to my rescue. On page 86, I say hosting fee and web security increases from 15 million to 32 million. Mr. Chairman, we can work on some of these costs related items and make sure we properly manage them to maintain a healthy bottom line. So, Mr. Chairman, on this, I want to say thank you for the opportunity given to me. We'll continue to support our company. Thank you.
Much. Yes, I think we agreed. That will be the last from this side, if you don't mind. And then we have to take. Yes, oh yes, he will come after. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, sir.
My name is Taiwo Anuruwa Afinju, FCA.
Yes.
I saw the chairman nodding his head, so you know where I will start from. First of all, I want to align myself with previous speakers and all their recommendations. So I don't want to maybe to clap. We need to clap because we are feeling good. So when we clap, we go. This another report on page 2 to 9. I want to commend the board because they are very educative. And what the information contained on pages 2 to 9 can be taken anywhere, even on the global stage, which means that anybody put his hand on this annual report, we know what NESD is all about. And to give them an encouragement to say, to offer whether to invest or to advise or to tell us how to improve, or they can even bring in foreign direct investment. So I want to commend the board for the information given therein, and that in all our subsequent reports, we should always improve on this page 2 to 9 and see that we are not relenting and we are not tired of giving out this information, so that more people will know what we are doing in that in this company. So in line with that page 2 to 9, I also want to talk on page 101 to 110. And I won't want to go into details. It is stated, they listed all those companies that say admitted securities. And in those admitted securities, we don't have two companies where you said Farmway delisted, Aradel delisted. So I thought that list should just say admitted stock during the year, deleted stock during the year. So the window say admitted stock, we already said admitted stock from 1 to 110, then under we now put Aradel delisted, Farmway delisted. We need to mix it together next time. Sorry, Mr. I'm only trying to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now,
So, yes.
21, based on information also. You see, the information given on 21 said these are trading movers and shakers on asset. We need to put asset because the trading on this platform is on daily basis, except on public holidays. So we give us an information and say, well, these are the what is trading on 21. And you put all those figures here. Is that the amount or the stated figure throughout the year? No. So we should always put asset, so that when we are passing information, we know that as at that date, this is what is there. Then update. I want the management and the chairman. You may not be able to give us the answer today, but I trust on your ingenuity and your past experience that the problem or the challenges, let me use the word challenges, participants faced on this NSC is availability of stocks.
Yeah.
So I want the management to look into how to make the market to be flowing, because it is as a result of the flowing, buying and selling, that will make money. You know, so that anybody coming in, a lot of people are leaving the main port to this place. Some companies are coming in, and they felt that your policies is more amenable to them. So as they are coming in, let us see how we can tell them that please allow this stock to be flowing, so that people can come in and out and make their tradings. I want to go to my previous guy has spoken about the information on the audit committee's member of the committee's report and the dates. So I want us to look at page 50, page 51, page 52, page 56, and page 59.
if you look at the dates they put, they were all the dates after the audit committee date. The audit committee is supposed to be, they are the only ones that we voted here and said put them there, including CAC, that these are people who will not be influenced by management, let me use this word, management theatrics. So we put them there. But so they have to ensure that all the other reports are ready. So which means the report they present to us is not a correct report we have received. Or what do you receive when the people you have received have already sent their own report and signed? So they should look at the dates next time. The dates should come after all other dates. So all the committee cannot sign report on March 20, then SRO are signing April time. The other one signing March 22. Some people are signing April 20. Check those dates. So let's look at that one. And finally, Mr. Chairman, I saw that when we were reading singing the national anthem, even a lot of people, most of the board members, they are just eating goro or so licking sweet. They are not chanting their mouth. So please, we should always ensure that this new national they gave us, let them put it on the annual report so I can be reading it, or the people who put it on the screen so everybody will sing it along. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name once again is Taiwo Anulu Afinju FCL.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we take the last comment. Please, last point. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I would like to say, Mr. Chairman, good morning, sir.
Yes.
Our board of directors, regulators present, my fellow shareholders. My name is Jibuno Godfrey Uche. I am the national youth leader of Shareholders Association of Nigeria. Now, Mr. Chairman, a lot of things have been said by my fellow speakers. And I would first like to commend the board and management, especially the MD, because he is the pilot that is administering the company. And they are the ones breaking the cake we are eating. Mr. Longe, I would like to commend you. Thank you for good job well done. Yes, it is not easy for you to sit at the saddle there and over here, despite the harsh or gentle situation of Nigeria as we speak. Mr. Longe, congratulations and thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, I noticed that the audit committees, they met 4 times. That's very good. That's statutory. Because we know 4 times. That's the normal time they should meet. And I thank you for keeping that. Mr. Chairman, also again, one of the speakers talked about women. Yes, it's a very gender-sensitive board. I commend you also for that also. Women are important. Women are good. Women are mothers. Women are sisters. Women are good also. Thank you for bringing them also into the fold. Mr. Chairman, one of the speakers talked about sustainability reports. Yes, we were able to give a dividend of 20 kobo and bonus. And he asked, how do we sustain, that thing? And Mr. Chairman, if you check page 43, on that page 43, Mr. Chairman, I noticed that there are some companies that we have shares in them. Why don't we do a little bit of aggressive marketing? Let's see how we can bring them in and let them be part of NASD. Yes, if we bring them in, at least they bring more money to the pity. And when we have more money there, we can, do more business. And also, shareholders also will smile as we are smiling today. Then, Mr. Chairman, again, I want to ask, in this revolution of AI, what are we doing to bring AI into our business? Yes, AI makes things faster, accurately, and AI makes, things, when technology is moving, we move also with technology also. What are we doing to introduce that into the business? I also noticed that from page 65 to 70, all the standards were maintained. Mr. Chairman, I thank you for that also. And last but not least, Mr. Chairman, I noticed that we had fines. Please let us see how we can reduce it. I don't know what caused the fines. Maybe late submission, I don't know. But let's see how we can minimize those fines because it eats out of our profit and affects our bottom line. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity, Mr. Chairman. My name is Jibuno. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Should we make progress, shareholders? Shall we go ahead, shareholders? Thank you very much. Let me thank all the speakers, all the shareholders who have made comments. Before going into details, let me say that these are well-received comments because they are mostly comments aimed at making us better. There are some of the comments that the managing director, who is the man on the job daily, will provide answers to. But some of the general comments, I think I would also try as much as possible. Starting from the one of Mr. Adebayo. Thank you very much. Thank you for your kind words about our board and our management. And thank you also for the kind words on the dividends and bonus. As you have said, that you see this as excellence, display of excellence, we will strive as a board, and that is for those who are going to be here. As you all know, we would be exiting at the end of this meeting. But I can assure you, from the configuration of the board that we're going to have behind, and you have Mrs. Bolo here, you have Mrs. Ezika here, you have others who are not here, Mrs. Fatumata Koka, Mr. Ebodage Ishmael, Mrs. Aisha Ibrahim. They're very competent, professional people that will sustain that level of excellence that you desire. Thank you also for your comments on business development. We have noted that, and that came across from many of the speakers, that we should try and up our game in terms of developing business so that we can grow the enterprise, and we will continue to do that. That advice about ensuring that we also increase our spend on adverts and publicity is also well taken. So Mrs. Bolo and the board that will be here after us, that's a very good advice for us as a company. The more we're able to deploy some of our resources to getting people to know about us, the easier it is for people to make up their mind to bring their securities to our market and therefore expand our revenue base. So absolutely spot on. On the fines also, thank you, and we assure you that that was an unintended one. It's not actually a fine from our regulators. It's a fine from APCON. I think it's in the process of also, if you remember, there's this new law that came that many people are not aware of, which says even if you do some things on social media, that APCON can come after you, and many companies were victims of it. But I think we have all learned now, a lot of companies actually had such issues. Somebody advertises a product on social media, and I'm going to say you ought to have cleared with them, and they have a right within that law to do that. So they are regulators, and once they say you have heard, you have to obey them. We would not like to have had such a situation, but unfortunately it happened. But I'm happy that that is not a fine from our market regulator, because I'm sure you will not forgive us for that one. Thank you. And I'm sure the management has taken that advice that they will avoid anything from APCON again. You talked about the liquidity. The MD will talk more about it. But I think generally I'll just say that, the configuration of NAs is a little bit different. What you are saying really is the desire that we also have to ensure that the market is more liquid, so that at any point in time, anyone looking for any stock, you have the stocks to buy. But MD will talk more about it. Thank you for your comments on CSR, on the profitability of the company, and on the director's performance. I must tell you that as your chairman for the last 2 years, I have been quite impressed with the performance of our directors, and you have seen it reflected in even in the results that you saw. Everybody, we were all present for all meetings, not just board meetings, also committee meetings, and even special assignments that were required to be done. So I want to commend you, also my colleagues on the board, for the great job that you all did. Thank you, Mr. Okola, for your comments on the shareholders fund and the CSR. Mr. Robert Ibekwe, we will sustain the success God giving us the power, and then the liquidity question will be answered by the MD. Mrs. Obidemi, thank you very much. We agree with you that the more women you have, the better. And you can see it. We have a lot of women in the leadership of NASD. And, you know, I know some years ago, it was an all-male affair. Perhaps that was the wow factor that we missed. But suddenly, now we are now making money, and now we are now declaring dividend when we now have women amongst us. So well, I hope the women will also give the men a chance to still have 1 or 2 seats on the board, because the women want sometimes to take everything, but it's okay. Mrs. Obidemi, thank you also for, Mrs. Obidi, sorry, thank you also for your comments on other expenses. We would deal with that. And on the picture of shareholders, that's noted, so that in our report, we can adequately reflect our relationship with our shareholders. Mr. A.K. Emmanuel Chibuzo, thank you. On sustainability, like I mentioned, this is a well-governed company. This is a well-governed, it has been since its inception, since its foundation. NASD was set up to be a well-governed company. You will not see any of our directors in anything funny. I have not seen. And that is one of the reasons why I'm confident that the foundation that was laid in the previous board, sustained in the current board, will still be built upon, and I assure you will become bigger and better under the new board that will emerge. Mr. Chibuzo wanted to know about hosting fees. The MD will talk about that. Mr. Afiju and many others commented about the dating error. Thank you for your observation. Wendy, sorry about that. Just let's take it as one of those things that can happen. Next year and subsequent years, I'm sure the management will ensure that that does not occur. I mean, what they're saying, and which is correct, is that the statutory committee report should have been dated after the review. It may just have been a question of maybe a draft report and somebody forgot to change the date before publishing. But I know that, of course, you all know Mr. Awo, he would he would drill down very much on anything that needed to be done. So the job has been well done. It might just be a dating issue. Mr. Uche Chibuzo, thank you very much. You also talked about women on the board, and you talked about AI. The MD will deal with it. And then you also talked about the need for us to aggressively market the company and to maintain the standards. Again, I've said that this board that will emerge, that has emerged, that will continue the work, will be able to sustain the standard, God being on our side. So I want to thank you for all your comments, and I do hope that I've been able to answer most of the questions and address the comments. Thank you. Now, please let the MD speak on hosting fee, our plans for embracing artificial intelligence, and the issue of liquidity. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, shareholders. Thank you, Chairman. I think they say all protocols observed in this situation. I think the chairman has said that I should speak about liquidity, artificial intelligence, and hosting fees. But he will soon not be chairman, so I will break his instruction a bit and say that I would like to say, I'd like to give a special thank you to the chairman for the way he has handled this board. I think it is very, very important to be able to say that. I have grown in working by his side. In certain situations when I have thought to be impulsive, I have seen his maturity, his experience, and how he has calmed things down and seen things through in a very professional way. I needed to say that. It was important. And I would say that we will really miss him, but he's handed ably to a successor. So after the political speech, I think I'll go to the technical area. And the technical areas, liquidity. So the chairman also had addressed that. He said that NASD is, the OTC market is peculiar. So the OTC market, as it says, is over the counter. So all you need to do is to bring your share certificate or bring your title of ownership and you trade your shares. So most of the companies that have come to NASD, 98% of them have come to NASD via the investors wanting to trade their shares. Most times the companies do not even know about this approach. But yes, once that approach has been, once that admission has been established, other shareholders can bring their shares. So there is a voluntary nature of shareholders bringing their shares to trade. So that on its own reduces the liquidity you will get, except actively we try and bring the companies in. And that's what we've been trying to do. There's a company called 11 PLC, which used to be Mobile, was trading on the NGX, has crossed over to NASD, but because it's an OTC market, you can't force them to bring all the shares onto the market. I mean, I think 11 PLC is less than 30% dematerialized on our market. We have been making overtures and we've been actively trying to seek that they increase the liquidity of those shares. Fortunately, a bonus is being given in NASD, so I'm sure there's going to be additional trading on NASD shares. So there's a lot of work happening to try and attract more liquidity for some of these shares. But I just thought that it will be important for you to understand how the shares find their way to NASD. But we're doing that active engagement. We can't force companies to come. Sometimes they are shy of paying fees, and we've had that negotiation about forbearance so that we can get liquidity in, and that work is happening. So we will see improved liquidity as time goes on. Expenses. I think that you have made the point that we need to drive value in this business. So we've had a few more hands, and you must also know when you check the rate of growth of expenses and the inflation rates in the economy, that what you have seen is actually significantly focused management trying to hold things down as best as possible. Yes, the expenses have grown, but also think about the inflation rates in the economy, and so I would say going forward, things will be held down as tightly as possible, which then brings me to the hosting fees. The hosting fees, hosting is done on the cloud. Our market is actually a cloud listed market, a cloud managed market. And a cloud managed market, most times, you don't get the required hosting quality locally. And so you would have to pay in hard currency. And you can see what has happened to the rates from 2023 to 2024. And that's what explains what we see. So the only other one was the 895. Why was that written off? That was penalties for market participants who have gone moribund, and we cannot continue to hold that on our books. And that's why we had to take that out. So I think that's it, really. I mean, the chairman has answered it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lumbo. Thank you very much, and thank you for your comments. You say you have learned from me. I've also learned from you. Thank you very much. I forgot to comment on the issue of training of our staff. We surely will continue to do that. The excellent people. Again, let's give a round of applause to those who have made Staff of NASD, do you want to stand up for recognition? Please, 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 please. Excellent. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Distinguished shareholders, with your permission, I believe we can now proceed to the next item on the agenda. Okay, but before proceeding, as these items would involve some voting, I would like the registrar to kindly take us through the procedure for voting throughout this meeting. Registrar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good. For physical meetings like this, shareholders can vote either by using the proxy forms ahead or by using the voting pads or their mobile devices. Please be informed that we have captured the voting details for 15 shareholders received by proxy and holding 200,838,588 units of NASD PLC shares, which represents 40.16% of the issued share capital. In addition to the proxies received, we will be capturing the votes of shareholders physically present at this meeting to arrive at the final voting results. You have been assigned a voting device that we have configured to represent your shareholding in NASD. On the voting pads, the button 1A is for a yes vote, 2B is for a no vote, and 3C is for an abstain vote. Once the voting commences, please press the reference button in accordance with your voting decision. And note that each shareholder can change their vote during the voting period, but once the voting period has ended, the last button you pressed will be recorded as your vote. For shareholders voting using their mobile devices, scan the QR code on your admission card with your phone camera or visit vote.coronationregistrars.com on your phone browser. Select company events, NASD PLC AGM, type in your shareholder number and access code provided during accreditation and press the login button. Ensure you accept the data privacy policy. Once logged in, an amber sign appears at the top right corner of your device to show attendance status. When voting commences, the resolutions will automatically pop up on your screen to cast your votes. The voting options for, against, and abstain will pop up on your device screen. Please click on the reference button in accordance with your voting decision. Please note that shareholders can change their vote during the voting period, but once the voting has ended, the last button you pressed will be recorded as your vote. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Paul, representing Coronation Registrars. Now we can proceed to the next item, which has to do with the declaration of a dividend. Shareholders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that at the last annual general meeting, your board promised that if the company continues in its upward trajectory, which we saw then, and that we would declare a dividend at this AGM. Not really. Okay, I'm being advised, do we need to adopt the accounts? Yes, yes, yes. I think we'll miss that. Yes. Will somebody please move the motion? Mr. Ibekwe.
Thank you very much, Chairman.
Thank you.
Ibekwe Roberts Adenobara. I stand to move that motion. And thank you, Madam, for raising that point. I wanted to raise it. There is a difference between receiving and laying. Yes. So a very good one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Any seconder on this side? The lady. Okay, right at the back. Thank you very much. Your hand has been on for a while. Sorry, we missed that.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Nwosu Kenneth Nnabike.
Thank you, Mr. Kenneth. Yes, you have seconded, right? Thank you very much. Those in favor? Those in favor? Anyone against? Anyone against? So unanimously carried. Thank you very much. Can we now proceed to item number 2? Maybe because of the fact that we're earning dividend, I was so excited. And now we go on to the declaration of dividend. As I was saying, we had promised that this would happen. And as the financial reports have shown, your company has continued to perform excellently. And therefore, it is on that note that we move that a dividend in the sum of 20 kobo per share be paid to every shareholder whose name appear on the register of members as at 29th July 2029. That's the motion on ground. Yes, please. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Second motion. I move the motion.
Moving on second.
Seconder, somewhere here, yes. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Ofe Henry. I stand to support that motion.
Thank you very much. We shall call for a vote and invite the registrar to conduct the process.
Thank you,
Registrar.
Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, the voting period shall last 60 seconds.
Is it 3 or 5?
The voting period has now commenced.
Mm-mm.
40 seconds left. Please cast your votes. One A is for a yes vote, 2B is for a no vote, and 3C is for an abstain vote. Twenty seconds left. 10 seconds left. The voting period has now ended. Thank you. We have a total of 20 shareholders holding 217,115,156 units, representing 100% who voted in favor of the resolution, and 20 shareholders holding 217,115,156 units abstained from the resolution. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm abstained from the resolution.
Yes, sir. So
what's that proportion?
it's not up to it's 0%, sir.
0%. How many units?
217,115,156 units voted in favor of the resolution.
How many abstained?
20 voters.
Oh, 20.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Insignificant. Thank you very much. I would say that the motion is carried. Thank you very much. Please, round of applause. Thank you very much. The next item on the agenda is the reappointment of Messrs. KPMG as independent auditors and to authorize the directors to determine the remuneration of the auditors. External auditors. Will somebody please move that the directors be and are hereby authorized to reappoint Messrs. KPMG as external auditors and determine the remuneration of the auditors for the accounting year ending 31st December 2024. Yes. Item 3.
No, it's not an election. It's just information.
Which one is that?
Resignation of director.
Oh, okay. What happened here?
Election. It's just.
Okay, you know we are not doing an election. Are we? What do you want us to do about it? Is it to just announce it? We have already announced that. What do you want us to do? We are not electing anybody. We are retired as a result. You know, the SEC has a policy that says, has issued a policy that says once you stayed up to 10 years on a board, you are to leave the board. So the directors listed, that is myself, Mr. Ariyo Olusekun, Mr. Abubakar Lawa, by that policy are retiring today. So there's no election. We are not being elected. We are not presenting ourselves for any re-election. So we only notified you of that. I'm sure you have read about all of that from the SEC regulation. Obviously, we really don't have a vote on this because we can't say, you even know as a shareholders can't say we can disobey the regulator. So that's the position. I hope we are all in order. Yes, please. And so we can move on now. And it's also in the chairman's statement. So it's clear that these 3 directors, at the end of today's meeting, cease to be your directors. Thank you very much. Yes. So now, who is going to move the motion? Okay, let's say. Okay, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. The lady in blue.
My name is CEO Obitolu. Thank you for listening to us. Last year we complained of biscuit and minerals, but this year you gave us food. At least our breakfast, we will eat it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Now we have moved and someone has seconded. Can I invite the registrar? Thank you very much.
Esteemed shareholders, the voting period shall last 60 seconds. The voting period has now commenced. Please cast your vote. 1A, yes vote, 2B, no vote, and 3C, abstain. We have 40 seconds left.
When did they say we jumped? There's nothing we jumped there. Where?
Agenda.
This is the agenda.
The agenda that was in the notes. That was
20 seconds left. Please cast your vote with your voting decision. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. The voting period has now ended. Thank you. We have a total number of 19 shareholders holding 217,115,071 units, representing 100% who voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, distinguished shareholders. The motion is unanimously carried. Now we can go to the next item, which is to elect members of the audit committee. In accordance with section 404 subsection 3 of CAMA, the audit committee shall consist of 3 shareholders of the company and 2 non-executive directors, subject to a maximum of 5 members. Some changes will be taking place on the board after this meeting, which is what we alluded to earlier. So again, for emphasis, so that there's clarity. As we finish this meeting, the tenure of myself, Alhaji Olusekun, and Alhaji Abubakar Lawa ends automatically. And then, the successors, when we receive approval from the Securities and Exchange Commission, will be announced to you as shareholders, but the board must receive the approval of the SEC before any announcement on those successors can be made. I hope we are all clear about that. Okay. There's no third time here. There's no third time in NSD. All right. So some changes will be taking place on the board after this meeting. Some of us will be retiring, and your company will have a new chairman. The new board will therefore nominate their representatives to the audit committee. These representatives from the board do not require an election. By the expiration of the statutory period, that is 21 days before the AGM, you receive nominations for shareholders representative on the audit committee. And the following were nominated by shareholders in accordance with Section 404, subsection 6 of the Companies and Other Matters Act 2020 to serve on the committee. The nominations received for the 2024 Statutory Audit Committee elections are is it possible to display their pictures as we call their names? Okay, you know them. Mr. Nona Awo, Mrs. Juliet Eberechuku Baka, and Mr. Adebayo Oluwafemi Abayomi. Okay. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Observation? Okay. Now, well, regardless, I think there would not be any election since there are only 3 people. So we take it that Mr. Nona Awo has been nominated, has been elected. Mrs. Juliet Eberechuku Baka, Mr. Adebayo Oluwafemi Adebayo. Thank you very much and congratulations on your election. Now, we can now go on to the next item on the agenda. Now, let me again, in case maybe you did not hear, sir. The current representatives are Alhaji Abubakar Lawal and Mrs. Yimika Bolo currently. But like I mentioned, we have just elected the 3 for the 2025-2026 year. Now, when the new board takes effect from tomorrow, they will advise the company of the non-executive directors that will join that committee. Certainly not Alhaji Abubakar, who is retiring today. I hope we are all clear. Thank you very much. We can now proceed to the next item on the agenda, which is the disclosure of remuneration of managers. Pursuant to Section 257 of the CAMA 2020, this is a disclosure requirement, and your company has only one executive director, Mr. Longe, and his remuneration is disclosed as stated in page 93, note 25.1 of the annual report. Next item is the increase in share capital. Next item is the increase in share capital. As we mentioned earlier, this company is issuing a bonus, and for us to give effect to that, we have to issue more shares. And therefore, I would like to invite any shareholder who is willing to do so to please move a motion for this.
Should approve the bonus first before we use share capital.
Okay. Pardon? Okay. Yes.
What is it?
We can do it. What you can do. Yes. Thank you. Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for giving me this opportunity again. My name is Jibuno Godfrey Uche. I so move that motion.
Thank you very much. Any seconder on this side, please? Okay, sorry, we'll recognize you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
The name is Martin Sakim Abiola. I represent Copperfield shareholder. I so second the motion.
Thank you. Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, the voting period shall last 60 seconds. The voting period has now commenced. Please cast your vote with your voting decision. Forty seconds left. Please cast your votes. 1A for a yes vote, 2B for a no vote, and 3C for abstain vote. Twenty seconds left. Ten seconds left. The voting period has now ended. Thank you. We have a total of 24 shareholders holding 217,116,366 units, representing 100% who voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Paul. Again, the motion is carried. Thank you very much, distinguished shareholders. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the bonus issue. This is the second time in the history of the company that we are issuing a bonus, so that we can put the record straight. We had issued a bonus before in the past. This is the second time, but cash dividend we are paying for the first time today. Yes. And the board has proposed that the sum of 100 million naira be credited from the company's share premium account and capitalized as 100 million ordinary shares of 1 naira each by way of bonus shares in the ratio of 1 new share for every 5 shares held by shareholders whose names appear in the register of members at the close of business of 29 July 2025. And the shares so allotted shall be treated for all purposes as capital and not as income, and shall rank pari passu with the existing shares of the company. Will somebody please rise and move that motion? Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Prince Adewale.
Thank you, Prince Adewale. Now let's go to the far right, because they are also part of the meeting. The gentleman in brown. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. My name is Tunde Awoyifa, so seconded. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Registrar?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, the voting period shall last 60 seconds. The voting period has now commenced. Please cast your vote with your voting decision.
At the end, you take a bow, declare a few, and then you introduce me.
40 seconds left. Please cast your votes.
At the end, you take a bow, declare a few, and then introduce Mrs. Paul.
I don't want to put down this. You want also?
1A for a yes vote, 2B is for a no vote, and 3C is for an abstain vote. 20 seconds left. Ten seconds left. The voting period has now ended. Thank you. We have a total of 24 shareholders holding 217,116,366 units, representing 100% who voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Again, distinguished shareholders, the motion is unanimously carried. The next item has to do with the amendment of our memorandum of association. And this is a consequence of the vote that we have just taken. The board has considered and has, proposed that clause 6 of the company's memorandum of association B and is amended to reflect the new share capital of 600 million naira by the creation of the addition of up to 100 million ordinary shares of 1 naira each, ranking pari passu with the ordinary shares of the company, bringing the total issued shares of the company to 600 million ordinary shares of 1 naira each. Would somebody please move this motion? Yes. Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir.
So, that motion.
Thank you very much. Any seconder, maybe from here, madam? Madam, yes. The lady, please.
My name is Latiwo Tolani. I support the motion.
Second the motion. Thank you very much. May we then please conduct the vote, registrar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, the voting period shall last 60 seconds. The voting period has now commenced. Please cast your vote with your voting decision. 1A is for a yes vote on your keypad, 2B is for a no vote, and 3C is for an abstain vote. Forty seconds left.
Last when we did the dry run, not last year, there was somebody who completed.
Oh, yes.
So make sure.
20 seconds left. Please vote.
Oh, the dividends are coming.
Oh, the dividends are coming. Wow, that's fantastic. Well, that tells you the kind of company you have. It has actually shown that this is a company that understands technology. Thank you.
The voting period has now ended. Thank you.
I think we all decided we would
22 shareholders holding 217,115,856 units, representing 100% who voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Paul. Again, the motion has been carried unanimously. And I must congratulate again your company and its management for ensuring that the dividend, cash dividend for the first time in the history of the company, it is really a moment of joy and happiness, particularly for those of us who have been on the board for so many years. That's been a target, and we thank God that today that target has been achieved. I think it's really a good moment to be part of. So, distinguished shareholders, I think we can now go to the last item, which requires authorization, and that is the motion that directors be and are hereby authorized to perform all such acts and do all such things as may be necessary to give effect to the above resolutions, that is all the resolutions we have just passed, including without limitation, complying with the directives of the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Corporate Affairs Commission, and other relevant regulatory authorities. Can a shareholder please move the motion? Yes, sir, please. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Who is going to second the motion? Someone on the far right again, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Tom Makiwe. I second that motion.
Thank you very much. Far left is still there. Far left is part of the center. Can we start the vote quickly?
Thank you, Mr.
Distinguished
Chairman.
shareholders.
Esteemed shareholders, the voting period shall last 60 seconds. The voting period has now commenced. Please cast your votes with your voting decision. 1A is for a yes vote, 2B is for a no vote, and 3C is for an abstain vote. No. 40 seconds left. Please cast your votes.
Next is
20 seconds left. Five seconds left. The voting period has now ended. Thank you. We have a total of 23 shareholders holding 217,116,266 units, representing 100% who voted in favor of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Paul, for the great job you have been doing since we started this meeting. So again, the motion is unanimously carried. Now, distinguished shareholders, we are now getting to the end of this meeting. But before we close, I would like to make one or two comments. You will have observed from all the statements during the meeting that this is my last meeting as a director of your company and also as chairman of the board of directors. Some of us have been on the board of NASD for over 10 years, and in line with the regulations of the SEC and in compliance with these regulations, the following directors will be retiring at this meeting. Myself, Mr. Kayode Falowo, Mr. Ariyo Olusekun, and Laji Abubakar Lawa. Steps have been taken to fill those gaps occasioned by retirement, and we are awaiting the approval of the Securities and Exchange Commission of the nominations that have been made to fill the gaps. But like I mentioned, until when we receive the approval of our regulator, that is when you can be advised by the board. But I want to, on your behalf, distinguished shareholders, thank Alhaji Ariyo Olusekun and Alhaji Abubakar Lawa, who have been excellent directors of this company since inception. And I must say, who have been very, very good contributors to the progress of NASD, even under my own short leadership. They have shown themselves to be gentlemen of integrity, focus, and people who really have displayed a lot of principle. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for the good service you're giving to NASD. And I wish you well, and we all wish you well, and I wish you well also in any other endeavor that you have shown. And may the good Lord reward you for your dedication and steadfastness.
shareholders have to pay for directors who are performed so we have
Okay, maybe you allow me to finish, then we can take that tradition. Okay. In addition, the board has taken necessary steps to elect new leadership for the board as part of its succession duties. The board has elected a successor, and you've all read about it in the press. So you have not met her before. This is Ms. Olayimika Bolo. Not just beautiful, extremely brilliant, and very tenacious. And I can assure you that she will be able to carry on the tradition that we have. And she has very capable hands on the board. Very capable hands. To her immediate right is, don't be deceived by the youthful look. She has the youthful look, but the brains of a very good and experienced woman, Mrs. Ezezika, who is here today. Also on that board is Mrs. Aisha Abraham. Some of you will have met her in her previous life as Company Secretary of Unity Bank. I'm sure many of you know her. Of course, we have Mr. Ishmael Ebodagi, an erudite lawyer, very competent and chairman of our Rules Committee also. I'm sure you also is on virtually. And Mrs. Fatumata Koka, who is also a well-known face in the capital markets of Nigeria. So you have good people. Don't be worried. These ones we do extremely well, and I predict better than even what we have been able to do to date. I want to hear the amen. Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It has been a wonderful time serving on the board, and I wish the company every success in years ahead. This thing, yes.
When especially the directors who have served us well. Okay, creditably well. Somebody's borrowing me a language. Yeah, you know. I want to appeal to our fellow shareholders. Let us stand up and sing for them. We are happy today because, Chairman, like as I said when I was making my comment, you associate yourself with companies that are doing good. And NSD is part of it. And now you are leaving us. We are not crying, but you are smiling. But all of us are smiling. So I will appeal to every one of us on this or inside this hall to stand up for these three directors that are leaving. Those that are not going, please let us stand up and sing for them because they have done creditably well. For he is the only good fellow, for they are good fellow. So they are only good fellow. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you so very much. Very memorable day for me, and I'm sure for my colleagues who are retiring today. And we will be glad. Pardon? I think that will be left for the NSD to determine. So please, at the end of the meeting, for those who are around, I'm sure some of us would like to take some pictures with you. So we cherish the memory of today and all the days and years we spent in NASD. Distinguished shareholders, before we close, I want to thank our diverse group of shareholders and our directors and our hardworking management team for their support over the years. NASD is a company that has many knowledgeable shareholders and directors, and I believe that this company will continue to ride high and continue to do well. I will encourage the incoming board to engage closely our key shareholders so that we can build a better company and one that is, when we stand together, we will grow the pie very quickly and in very large quantity. Distinguished shareholders, we have now concluded all the items on the agenda for this meeting, and I have the pleasure to declare the 12th annual general meeting of NASD PLC closed. Thank you very much. Can we then have the national? Okay. Close.